Today's topic is how to compare different countries. Page number 8, Standard 10 textbook, Economics textbook. Question is how to compare different countries or states. No doubt income, that is average income. How do we calculate average income or per capita income? That is average income or per capita income is equal to total income by population of the country. When we compare different things, they could have similarities as well as differences. We can see the students in the class itself. How do we compare different students? They differ in their height, health, talents and interests. Healthiest student may not be the most studious one. The most intelligent student may not be the friendliest one. So how do we compare students? The criterion we may use depends on the purpose of comparison. Depends on the purpose. We use different criterion to choose a sports team, a debate team, a music team, or a team to organize a picnic. Still, if for some purpose we have to choose a criterion for the all-round progress of children in the class, usually we take one or more important characteristics of persons and compare them based on these characteristics. Of course, there can be difference about what are important characteristics that should form the basis of comparison. Friendliness and spirit of cooperation, creativity or mass secured. This is true of development also. So when we compare the students in our classroom, different persons are having different characteristics. Some students are very friendly and they do have spirit of cooperation. Some students have got creativity. Some students are having high score in the marks in subjects. In the case of development, for comparing countries, their income is considered as the most important one. Countries with a higher income are more developed than others with less income. This is based on the understanding that more income means more of all things that human beings need. Whatever people like and should have, they will be able to get with a greater income. So greater income is considered to be one of the important goals. Now what's the income of a country or the total income of the country? Income of a country is the income of all the residents of the country. This gives the income of all the residents of the country is the total income. So we can note down all these value points in the fresh page starting with that value points already written. So next question, what is total income? Total income is income of all the residents of the country. Total income of the country. For comparison between countries, total income is not such an useful measure. No, why? Since countries have different populations. Since countries have different populations, different number of people, so comparing total income will not tell us what an average person is likely to earn. So are people in our country better than of others in a different country? Hence we compare the average income. We compare the average income, already we told, and it has to be written in your notebook correctly. Average income, which is the total income of the country divided by its total population. Average income is same as per capita income. It's not per capital, it's a per capita income. What is per capita income? That is total income of the country divided by its total population. So another question, average income or per capita income, what is it? What is total income? What is per capita income? MCQ questions also we can expect from here. By giving the formula or the equations, identify the correct answer. In World Development Report of 2006, World Development Report of 2006, in your textbook, sometimes 2012, let us see the textbook and learn the latest trends also. Brought about by the World Bank, this criterion is used in classifying countries. What is that criterion? Countries with a per capita income, high per capita income. In 2004, it was 4,53,000 per annum are called rich countries. Countries with a high per capita income. Countries with a high per capita income. That data also we have to by heart. See the latest trends of the textbook and we have to learn that answer. Highest income with a high per capita income. Countries with a high per capita income is a rich country. Let it be 4,53,000 per annum. Annum means yearly. And those with a per capita income of 37,000 or less are called low income countries. India comes in the category of low income because its per capita income is just rupees 28,000 above per annum. The rich countries, excluding countries of Middle East, and certain other small countries are generally called developed countries with a high per capita income. With a high per capita income is called rich country. Per capita income, it's called rich countries, and in between countries like that 28,000 rupees above per annum, it's coming as a low income countries. India comes under that category only. Page number 9 in our textbook clearly gives one box that one of the limitations of average income as one of the measures of comparing the countries whether they are rich or poor or comes under low income or like that. It's one of the best criterion used, but it has got one limitation. Averages limitation, that is, averages are useful for comparison. They also hide disparities. Differences is not highlighted. It's an average number only, so disparities are hidden, inequalities are hidden. And one example is given in our textbook. That example, the content is same, but the numbers, if you want, you can change it to a smaller number also. They are considering two countries, A and B. For the sake of simplicity, we have assumed that they have only 5 citizens or 5 areas. Based on data given in our table, page number 9, country A and B, monthly income of citizens in the country A, it's a very good equality feeling, more or less same type, 9,500, 10,500, 9,800, 10,000, 10,200 like that. Then that's more or less equal. And when we find out the average, what's the total number of 5 countries incomes are adding up, or incomes of 5 countries divided by 5, that is the average income. In the category A, find out the answer and write the answer in the notebook. There we can see averages may be the same in both the countries when we calculate it, but the disparities or the differences in the country A is less. There is more or less equality. In country A, we can see equal monthly incomes more or less. Meanwhile, in country B, page number 9, first, second, third, fourth is 500, 500 like that. And it's a fifth person or the area got a 48,000. But the averages are same. So calculate country A and country B, or any other example you can take it and make the averages same. So from this example we can see that, will you be equally happy to live in both these countries? Are both equally developed? Perhaps some of us may like to live in country B if we are assured of being its fifth citizen or the last one. But if it is a lottery that decides our citizenship number, then perhaps most of us will prefer to live in country A. Why? Because even though both the countries have identical average income is identical when we calculate it. Find out the number, average income in your notebook, write down. Even though both the countries have identical average income, country A is preferred because it has more equitable income distribution. Equitable means equality, equitable income distribution. In this country, people are neither very rich nor extremely poor. On the other hand, most citizens in country B are poor and one person is extremely rich. Hence, while average income is useful for comparison, it does not tell us how this income is distributed among people. The first country with no rich and no poor, the second country B with rich one person and the others 4 or majority of them are poor. It's a very good example. Simple numbers also you can take and calculate the averages same and find out the limitations of average income or averages are useful for comparison, but they hide disparities. The schematic diagram means that example with the numbers also enough. Understand from the diagram clearly. Page number 9, you can refer that questions also and write the answers in the notebook. Page number 9, box is given. Give 3 examples when average is used for comparative marks. Its incomes like that. A lot of cases we have averages, average attendance like that. Why do you think average income is an important criteria for development? Explain. Because income is important criterion and average income comes total income divided by population. Like that you can highlight the answers. Per capita income level of middle income countries as per WDR is a World Development Report. That example and its a full form also please note it in the notebook. Page number 9, the question numbers 1, 2, 3 and the answers for a 5th and 6th also you can note down. Page number 9, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 like that. You can write the answers based on this value points itself. Okay, all the best. Thank you.